Hungry Shark is one of the most popular mobile games of all time, and they have a lot of very interesting sharks, and by far one of the most powerful versions of these sharks is Sharkjira, their Godzilla shark. But how strong is Sharkjira is the question, so follow me and let's explore that answer. How strong is Sharkjira? Does he beat MV Godzilla? Let's find out.
Let's just start with how many statements there are of Sharkjira being one of the strongest sharks in the verse. Even recently, has this new arc about to come out, and it states that Sharkjira is one of the strongest sharks in the verse, along with a few other sharks. So, for the most part, we can scale him to a lot of sharks. So we can scale him above all the ship busting, cage busting, and submarine busting feats. This would get him to the large building to city block levels. This consistent has Leopleurodon stated to be from Isla Nublar, being a large marine reptile, would put him around the same ranges as the dinosaurs to even Mosasaur of that verse, which is multi-city block to large building level. But there's even more. These sharks can moon bus. Even the great white in this verse can moon bus. As we said, Sharkjira would be way superior to something like a great white. And this is consistent because a certain shark has a very broken ass feat that I will show right about now. Alan destroys a gas giant, and in such a way this feat looks like it could be anywhere from large planetary to dwarf star. I've seen calcs to moon level, which is dumb, has it's a large planet, so it's around large planetary to dwarf star. Sharkjira would scale to this, obviously. The mighty matriarch is another planetary buster, but has even better feat of going inside the sun multiple times, which could be calculated to a star level feat, but maybe there's an anti-calc for that, I'm not sure. But Sharkjira should scale to this because her and Mecha Sharkjira are in the same tiering. The Hungry Shark World Sharkjira should be stronger in evolution due to being able to beat Mecha Sharkjira, who is designed to literally kill him and capture the strongest sharks at the time, like the Meltdown Shark. This is pretty impressive. Sharkjira is literally able to one-shot him with his beam, and it takes an amped Mecha Sharkjira to return the favor and beat Sharkjira. This would put Sharkjira pretty decently into the star level of power, since Mecha Sharkjira doesn't really keep this amp, and he's able to fight all these hungry sharks later. But Sharkjira only has one true rival, Behemoth. And Behemoth can create black holes, and why some people try to downscale by saying his only limit is what we see in game. You gotta remember, in-game physics are different than the actual character's power. It's just flat out stated he can create black holes with no limits to it whatsoever. So this would get Sharkjira's AP to the solar system ranges due to him being able to box and be relative with Behemoth. And Hungry Shark World Sharkjira would be stronger than Evolution Sharkjira, who fights Behemoth. So Sharkjira would be a solar system buster as more consistent ends, but he has even higher ends than this. Nessie is a shark that Sharkjira should scale well above, but she can create rifts in space and time, and she's not the only shark that can do this. Behemoth, a shark that Sharkjira scales to, as we've said, can also bend the fabric of space-time around him, but these are a bit of highballs and inconsistent. Now for speed, Sharkjira scales to Alan, who can travel an infinite universe, so infinite speed at the most, and at the worst, FDL+. So Sharkjira is fast. So to sum it all up, Sharkjira is in the solar ranges consistently. You could argue uni for a highball, and he's about FDL+ to infinite speed. So do not sleep on the Shark Lizard King.